Hello, wonderful class. Today we are going to be practicing a literacy strategy called focused note taking. We're going to be focusing specifically on annotating during these notes. Our steps in doing so are to 1, break off the text into chunks and add 1 sentence summaries. We can see here the text is already broken off into 3 chunks, so 3 sentence summaries. I want you guys to do this because it'll really give you guys a 3 sentence summary of a piece of text instead of a whole text, and it also helps us uncover patterns. We're going to mark vocab terms in red. This will help us notice important terms, go back and clarify terms we didn't understand, and also just get an understanding of the tone of the overall reading. We're going to underline main ideas. This is going to help us identify main points, and all of these things are going to work together to create a deeper understanding and teach us to really read with purpose. We're also going to write down light bulb moments, which are just going to help us recognize shifts and patterns. As far as assessing you guys, as you guys are working, I'm going to walk around and read through the annotations. I'll check to see if you're balancing your critical thought with your comprehension. I'll star all of your good insights, and I'll write questions where I think you guys missed an opportunity to extend your thought further. You guys, after I mark them, you guys are going to be given a chance to go back and extend your thought further. And then I'll have you guys write a reflection. I'm going to read that, and then it'll help me check for your inference, analysis, synthesis, evaluation skills, and your overall understanding of the content. Now, in regards to my specific focus student, Gabriel, he has trouble taking figurative language literally, and he also has trouble looking at the text globally and just getting a general understanding of it. He can also be nonverbal sometimes, and that can make it hard to differentiate between him not understanding the text or just an inability of him to express his understanding. So I think that annotation would be really helpful because it'll help him monitor his understanding and me monitor his understanding. He can highlight and underline the text, even mark things he doesn't understand so he can go back and reread it, or I can help clarify for him. And then circling the vocab words will make it easier for him to understand a sentence in the context that it's given in, and hopefully make it easier to approach figurative language. And it'll just help him comprehend the source and communicate his understanding of the source, because if he is feeling nonverbal that day, then I can just look over his annotations and make sure he has a correct general understanding of it. Okay, so let's go off and go ahead and practice this. I'm going to be doing the very first chunk of the text with you guys. So firstly, I want us to really skim it really quickly and mark any vocab words in red. So any terms we recognize, or any important terms we recognize, any academic vocabulary, anything we don't know, and anything that sets the tone. So it says Russia had serious reasons for unease. Unease sets the tone. We're going to mark that. It's Black Sea Naval Fleet. Black Sea Naval Fleet, we haven't gone over that. We don't know what a Black Sea Naval Fleet is, so we're going to mark that in red. It's based in Ukraine, and crucial pipelines in Ukraine carry Russian natural gas to customers in Europe. Crucial seems like it's an important word. Setting the tone. European officials repeatedly dismissed. We're going to write dismissed because that's also setting the tone. It's telling us that someone's going to be upset. In what hindsight they viewed as a serious miscalculation. Miscalculation is important because that kind of tells us why they're upset. Given Russia's control over Ukraine gas supply and Eastern Ukraine's heavy dependence. Dependence is a really important word because it tells us that someone is relying on someone for something, for business and trade. Now that we did that, we are going to underline our main ideas. So Russia had serious reasons for unease. Its Black Sea Naval Fleet is based in Ukraine, and crucial pipelines in Ukraine carry Russian gas to customers in Europe. This seems like it would be a main idea. European officials repeatedly dismissed Russia's concerns when in hindsight they viewed as serious miscalculations given Russia's control over Ukraine's gas supply. Seems important that we know that Russia is controlling Ukraine's gas supply and Eastern Ukraine's heavy dependence on Russia for business and trade. So we did that. And then I remember right here, Russia's control over Ukraine's gas. I remember that we learned that in 2009, Russia stopped pumping gas to Ukraine. This activates our prior knowledge. If you guys remember, we learned that in the lecture. And then I'm going to go ahead and write a quick summary. So I'm going to say Ukraine is dependent. I'm going to use my word from here, on Russia for gas, however, for gas, and carries this to customers in Europe. However, they are running into miscalculations. Again, using our academic vocabulary. Does anyone have any questions?